Hello, welcome back. As you see this, we could be on the precipice of FM23 being released as a beta version, and if that's the case, then videos of FM23 will flow maybe into the weekend. I'm busy on Friday, so I'm hoping that at some point or other we'll get a chance to record. It might be early part of next week before I get a chance to record. So just watch this space. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so. Hit the notification button, all that stuff. And also follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. That'll keep you up to date as the FM23 stuff comes out. Today, our final two games of the season. Final two games of the series, to be fair. In League Two, we play Sutton United and Exeter City and see if we can round off the season in style. Welcome from the bottom to the top. Hello and welcome to episode number 52 of From the Bottom to the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. They are against Sutton United in League Two, away from home, and Exeter City at home, when we meet our old assistant manager, would you believe? Assuming he's still there. Let's just check. Exeter City. Danny Dersamo. He's managing Exeter City. He's been there a little while now. In fact, if we go to managers, he's been there for 97 days. And his win ratio isn't particularly good. 28% won. Won 4 games, drawn 6, lost 4. That's how he's done so far. So he'll be wanting to try and get one on us today. Hopefully not. Since you were last with us, we have played 3 games. You were with us for the Leyton Orient and Newport County games. Leyton Orient a 2-2 draw. Newport County a 2-1 win at home. Then we went away. We've drawn 2 more games away from home. Harrogate 3-3. This one really ghouling because Nico Jones got us 1 in front after 2 minutes. Alan Kavanagh making it 2-0 after 20 minutes. Jacob Shepherd getting the third after 65. We were 3-0 up on 65 minutes, coasting it, and then they came back. Luke Armstrong getting 1 after 73 minutes. Thought it was going to be consolation, but they got 2 in injury time. Luke Armstrong again, a minute into injury time. And Mitchell Curry, 3 minutes into injury time. Absolutely diabolical. Should have won it. When you look at 22 shots, 7 of which were on target. Should have really, if that's a 50%, on target, then we would have won that game. Only just squeezed it in the end. But poor away record again. Hartlepool. Well, this one I won't say we did the same. We were 1 up with we were 1 behind. Will Swan after 19 minutes. I'm going to show you the Boney own goal in a minute. But then Jacob Shepherd got up. He scored 2, 1 on 42 minutes, 1 on 45 minutes. One of those is goal of the month, and I can't remember which one it is. Actually, probably what makes more sense at this point in time is to show you the goals. But just to point out, the Miles Boney own goal is something that FM22 hadn't done to me up until this particular game. But I think it knows FM23's is coming down the track and really did one on me, which I'm not too impressed about. So we will see. I will show you, as I say, also a goal of the month as well. Swan here, acres of space, beating Boney. McBride, Kavanagh, Russ, Shepherd. That's the goal of the month. A lovely equaliser from Shepherd. Shepherd got the opportunity for another one over the top to Shepherd. Shepherd just hit that with the side of his foot. 2-1 it was. And then this happened. Robinson passing it back to Boney, and Boney, I'm not sure what he was doing, put it in his own net anyway. Bizarre as it was. Again, we should have won this. 20 shots, 9 on target, 2.04 Hartlepool. 12 shots, 5 on target, 1.59. Should have won it. No excuses. I think Boney will be rested today. Then we had a 4-0 win against Northampton. This one a little bit better, but we were at home. Conor McBride getting a hat-trick, 2 minutes into injury time first half, and 56 minutes. And Jack Nolan getting the goal, sandwiched between his first two. And again, 16 shots, 10 of target. That's a bit more like it. 2.02. Northampton had 20 shots, though. Only 4 of them on target. 1.11. And Boney did actually play in that game. I brought him. I'm not sure why I did it, but I did do it. So today we have another game away from home, this time against Sutton United. And as I say, our record in away games aren't fantastic. We've played Sutton United just the once, a 3-0 win at our place, at the Invara event earlier in the season. But just to point out that our away record has really been getting us. The last time we won away was against Morecambe, way back in January. Since then, our away record is abysmal. Drawn, lost, drawn. So our away, and another draw there. As you can see, our away record, pretty abysmal. Right, with all that said and done, let's get on with the games in this episode then. Sutton United is first up, and let's have a look at the team that will face Sutton. And the team for this one, as I promised, Fryer is back in goal. Robinson, Jones, Coleman and Doherty are backline. Coleman, of course, has come in recent times. I think one of them is injured, and it's I'm not quite sure who it is off the top of my head. Or is it because we've got a suspension? I can't remember now. Let's just check a second. Take out the unavailables, and we should be able to see. Well, it's not a suspension. What am I thinking? No, I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, Coleman has been in the back there. Anyway, he's been doing quite a good job in defence, as he can do, and we've tried to sign him up for another season. Kavanagh and Willock in midfield, McBride, Dixon and Shepherd across our midfield, attacking midfield. Russ up front, Boney, Nelson, Brunt, Cannon, Lembitsa, Harlock and Roberts are all on the bench for this one. And we're underway here at the VBS Community Stadium in Sutton, in London, South London, of course. And as we know, we are champions and promoted, but we want to get that points record if we can. Dixon to Kavanagh, Kavanagh to Russ. And Russ back in the side. He was rested last time. McBride was up front, scoring that hat-trick, of course. And he's gone out wide today. Russ back up front. And lovely ball in and a lovely header from Will Russ. Puts us one up after 17. Bradford City losing 3-0 at Milton Keynes Dons. Robinson swung it in, but it's cleared. And Robinson comes all the way down and picks that up. He's been tackled, but the ball won by Nathan Jones. McBride into Russ, who's got his second of the game. He's been watching McBride, and McBride, the supplier there, and he's going to try and emulate McBride, I think, this time out. Robinson to McBride. McBride into the path of Russ. And it's 2-0. Second goal timed at 35 minutes. And doing a fine job. Free kick for Sutton. Deep in their own half. And Banks is free. Is he going to get one back here? He isn't. Oh, he'd scored. And half-time has arrived, thankfully. Farsley, 6 shots, 4 on target, 0.65. Sutton have had 3 shots, none of which are on target, 0.51. 56% of the possession. So at the moment, we are a little bit of a comfortable lead, but let's assume it's not too comfortable, because we know from recent experience it can come back and bite us on the bottom. No changes at half-time as you come back. Robinson with a corner. Swung in, and it's that man, Nico Jones. He's 4th of the season, making it 3-0 with 49 minutes on the clock. Nico Jones getting up, heading it in. Wonder if we'll be able to do those sort of corners in FM23. Hopefully we will. Try and map the same tactic. Right, Sutton have made a substitution. Whether it's just one substitution, it is at the moment. Danny Devine coming on for Charlie Whittaker. And we're going to match the player that's come off. As we go past the 70-minute mark. Down to the time we normally make changes. Let's have a look. See who needs to come off. If anybody. I don't think anybody needs to come off. Anybody not playing very well. Josh Dixon isn't having a great game. We'll bring blah, blah, blah. We will bring Zach Brunt on. Can Kavanagh play in that? Kavanagh can play in that. Hang on, Josh Dixon. Right, so I'm tempted to Josh Dixon as a swap, and then Josh Dixon can swap for Jared Harlock. Jacob Shepherd is not having a good day out on the right, and it could be Jordan Roberts going to come on for him out on that right wing. Fists go out and make a difference. And they have made further changes, which means we will go and have a look. Reece James. Come on, and injured. Those changes just to keep them at bay. 3-0 up, we should be right. Doherty, Kavanagh, and it's up against the defender, but Doherty tidies up. Coleman, Kavanagh, Harlock, and Kavanagh trying to cross that for McBride, but didn't get there, and they come storming into our half. Just about kept that in. This attack looking very good. They've got a couple of people there. Oh, Fryer should have had that, and they've got one back. Sutton United really didn't close them down, and they've caught us. 2 players here in space, and Banks, lovely curl on that ball. But when it left his boot, it looked like it was going outside the post, but curled in. We have a highlight from kickoff. Russ. Kavanagh, Roberts, Harlock to Coleman, Kavanagh Kavanagh sweeps it outright, finds McBride this time. Harlock has gone all the way back to Fryer. That ball forward. It's flicked on to Doherty, who's out with acres of space out there. He's got the meeting of... That's just over the top. 81 minutes on the clock. Long ball. It's headed clear by Jones, I think it was. That ball lost. And that long ball again. Coleman, who's headed it out wide, but unfortunately it's fallen to one of their players, and Doherty tidies up. Fryer back to Doherty. Doherty comes out with the ball, launches this one for Russ. It's headed down Roberts. Doherty forward for Roberts. Roberts in space. Kavanagh. Russ. Harlock. Looking for Roberts. He finds him. Roberts on the... He's offside. It won't count. Oof. Not much in it, but he was just about offside. But it was a well-volleyed ball. And highlight comes. Nathan Jones hitting that clear again, but Sutton pick up the loose ball. That ball swung in. Fryer comes out to claim it. Robinson, as we build from the back. Harlock, Jones, Coleman, Willock. 84 minutes nearly to Russ, but that's headed back to the goalkeeper. Will Russ on a hat-trick, of course. Doherty, Roberts. End of this highlight. We will look to make another change, possibly. It's gone back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it out, but only to Doherty. Doherty. Roberts. Kavanagh. Back to Roberts. Roberts goes into the area, has a shot, and hits the post. Right. Lewis Doherty tied at the back there. Lembiksa will come on for him. Kavanagh can't play out wide. Roberts can. Bride can go into the middle. Do we have another? Zach Brunt could drop into there. Or we could put Kavanagh back in there. Harlock could go out wide. And then Roberts can go up front with Russ, just to add a little bit extra potency in this final 5 minutes or so. Point finger, go out and make a difference. Lembiksa is motivated. And they have a corner, an outswinger. And it's cleared by Nico Jones. Divine will get there. All over the top. Coleman heads it down to Harlock. McBride. Back to Kavanagh. McBride, who's deep at the moment. Willock. Coleman. Willock. Roberts. Lembiksa. Willock. Harlock. Moving the ball around nicely. Lembiksa. Harlock. Swings it in for Russ, who's on a hat-trick, as I said. And saved by the goalkeeper. Harlock with the corner. An in-swinger. It's cleared, and Divine will get there. Ahead of the Farsley players. And Willock claims that ball. And, Russ trying to... Didn't hit with a lot of ferocity. Looking to put that in the back of the net. And into injury time we go. It's all over. It's a 3-1 win. And a fine win as well. 13 shots, 7 on target. 50%, 1.18 against Sutton United's 8 shots, 2 on target, 0.80, and we have 57% of the possession. Let's have a look what that's done to the table. Well, there you go. 102 points currently. 105 is the maximum we can get with one game left to play. That home game against Exeter City. Exeter City, I think, have survived. They've avoided relegation. It's going to be a straight runoff between Morecambe and Solihull Moors, depending on who's what at the bottom, but there's still room to play at the top. Colchester must win or get a point, I think it is. Wrexham, if they win and Colchester lose, could still overtake them for that final promotion place. And then Northampton still have a chance of playoffs. So Grimsby, Northampton, interesting in the final game of the season. Solihull Moors and Morecambe, and the other game of great importance will be the games of Colchester and Wrexham. So we'll see how that all pans out. But Bradford City losing today 5-1 against Milton Keynes Dons, which means that is how it's ended. And at the top of the table, here we extend our lead to 16 points at the top. So, with that all considered, let's have a look. Our final game of the series and the final game of the episode is against Exeter City, our old assistant manager. We will meet him, Danny Dersimo. And why does it do this? I hope this is fixed in FM23 because it's really annoying. Last time out at St James's Park, we had a 1-0 win when we played them back in December. So something similar today would be absolutely fantastic. And here is the team that will face Exeter in this final game of the season and of the series. Boney is back in goal. Robinson, Jones, Nelson and Doherty, our backline. Kavanagh and Coleman in midfield. Coleman moving forward, and it was Nelson that I couldn't find earlier. Of course, Nelson being the defender that Coleman moved back out of that central midfield for. McBride, Dixon and Shepherd in front of them. Russ continues up front. Fryer, Lembiksa, Wilcock, Cannon, Fernandez, Brunt and Roberts are all on the bench. And the final game of the series underway at the Citadel. And we have secured Kavanagh and Coleman for next season. Doherty with a throw-in on that far side to Dixon. Back to Doherty. Crosses it in for Russ, who gets his 34th goal of the season. That is some record. And we'll look at how many assists he's got as well when it comes to the final episode of season review, which will come up on Monday. FM23 or not by that point. And Danny Dersimo, of course, is the manager here at Exeter. Well, not here, but at Exeter. He's got his side playing quite well. That ball forward. Nelson tidying up. Doherty. Shepherd finds Doherty. Coleman comes forward into the area. He's been fouled and a penalty given. Collins tripping. And a yellow card for it as well by the looks of it. McBride then. He's not scored all goals, but he has this time. And Conor McBride is 28th of the season. Puts us 2 up after 19 minutes. Past the 40 minutes, Bradford City 0-0 with Crawley Town. And half time comes, no other highlights to see. 8 shots, 5 on target, 0.44 for Exeter City. We've had 9 shots, 6 of which are on target, 1.29, 53% of the possession. Yeah, it's not been bad, but I'm sure there's room for improvement. And we're all set for the final half of the season and the series. And no changes at half time. As we head to the hour mark, no more highlights either. They have a throw in, Newell. And that long ball, speculative ball to Nelson, and Nelson tidies up. Kavanagh, Jones, back to Nelson. Coleman turns nicely. Shepherd, Dixon, who's playing just a little bit more attacking as a shadow striker. Dixon, Doherty. And Shepherd is cleared by the goalkeeper and cleared into touch by the Exeter defender. Good opportunity here. Shepherd looked like he might be getting... defender putting it into touch. It might have been offside, actually. They have a corner, an in-swinger. Graham with the swinger. Oh, dear. And Hartridge getting one back for Exeter City. Danny DeSimo will be happy with that. And with 70 minutes on the clock, it might be worth having a look and making some changes. Right. Jacob Shepherd not having a good time out there. Jordan Roberts. We don't have Harlock today. So we're going to bring Jordan Roberts on out on the right. Kane Coleman not having the best of days. There. Dixon has played a bit better, and I'm just wondering whether actually to push Kavanagh up there. He is better as the advanced playmaker, which is what we will do. Dixon drops in there. We'll switch Dixon for Matty Willock. Come on in that position. Pump fist, go and make a difference. And we're back underway. With that corner, Kavanagh swings it over the top, looking for McBride. Didn't find him. Let's make you wonder what's going to happen next. McEwen with a long ball over the top. Robinson brings it down. Nelson, Willock, Coleman, back to Willock. Willock comes forward with the ball, pushes it out wide for Roberts, who is going to get there. The defender seemed to let it go, but it's cleared upfield, and they're on the counter attack. Nelson, Robinson, McBride, Willock, Kavanagh, Willock swings it outright for Roberts, who curls it and hits the post. And it's excuse me, it's still alive. It's not now, though. Right. Let's just check. checking the stats. I'm not, as I say, I'm not sure why the assistant doesn't automatically do these. I'm thinking it's probably wise to do. Just to try them, hold them at bay. We want to win this match. Get them the record points, of course. 90 minutes on the clock. And tempted not to touch anything in defence. Kane Coleman is tired. Did he have a no? Zach Brunt can come on for him, really. Kane Coleman, let's take him off for Zach Brunt. And point a finger, go out and make a difference. Brunt is on. And it is full time. We've won the game. 2-1. Will Russ after 13. Conor McBride from the penalty spot after 19 minutes. Hartridge getting the consolation goal. 14 shots, 11 on target for Exeter. That's very good. 0.92 on the XG. We had 16 shots, 9 on target. 2-0-0 on the XG. 56% possession. Let's have a look at the final table. And the final table looks like this. Farsley are champions on 105 points for the season. Some 18 points clear of Bradford City in the end. Bradford City falling away. 0-0 draw against Crawley Town. Probably nothing to play for. Colchester losing 2-1 to Hartlepool, which must have put hearts in the mouths of the Colchester supporters. The only thing was, I'm guessing that Wrexham didn't win. No, they didn't. A 1-1 draw against Milton Keynes Dons, which brought it down to 1 point. And they ended up in the playoffs. Northampton Town and Grimsby beating Newport County by 2-0. So regardless of what Northampton did, they lost anyway. So Grimsby Town in the playoffs will play Wrexham. Tranmere will play Crawley. And that's how it ended up. And at the bottom of the table, Solihull Moors go down. They beat Walsall by 1-0, which is all that they could do. The only problem was, I'm guessing, that Morecambe won as well. In fact, they didn't. They drew 3-3 with Harrogate Town and survived by 8 points. So they were very, very lucky. So that is how the League Two season has finished. We will go through all the bits and pieces on here and finish it up so that we can finish the series off with a end of season review, as we would normally do at this point in time, and round it off just like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all that's happening on this channel. FM23, as I say, when this is released, it may already be out. I don't know. If it is, the FM23 videos will come, well, I say straight away, hopefully fairly soon after. New episodes of From the Bottom to the Top. In fact, there is only one now. It will be out on Monday. I will say 4:15 p.m, but it may be a different time. The best way to find out is subscribe and hit the notification button. That way you know what's happening. But also, if you follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2, then you will know what's happening and changes to time. As I say, it is all subject to FM23 being released on the beta version. And then, obviously, the beta version will take over our usual slots here on the channel. So it may well be that From the Bottom to the Top, release something like 11 o'clock in the morning or something daft like that. But we'll let you know, as I say, just to keep you in touch with all that is going on. Hope you've enjoyed everything today. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the final episode. It'll be episode 53. Should be out on Monday. What time? I'm not absolutely certain. It will be the final episode of this series because FM23 is just literally, it could be moments away, could be a day away, could be a couple of days away. Who knows? Until next time, it's a very goodbye.